Welcome to Good News Global. I am your host, Devin Luther. Let's get started. 93-year-old Air Force vet John Hardin knows what to do when there's a problem. You fix it. With COVID-19 running rampant, closure after closure, evictions, lost wages, he knew what the country needed: money. Of slender means himself, John got an idea to make walking canes and sell them at the bottom of his driveway. Needless to say, Mr. Hardin sold out of canes, raising $634 for Gimme Charity. But why stop there? John started a GoFundMe page, and the Gimme Charity now has another $6,500 to make sandwiches for the less fortunate. Kangaroo? Through a published study, we have learned that kangaroos can do everything that dogs can do. And with those little hands and pouch, the sky is the limit. I wonder if they could act like a personal assistant. I'm always losing things: car keys, phones, pens, to-do lists. And look at their height. These guys stand on their own 2 feet. 6 feet is the average kangaroo height. I mean, Captain Kangaroo, could you grab me a coffee, please? Standing upright, they could use the regular toilet. You could probably use them for security, too. Who's going to mess with a kangaroo, especially one with an eye patch and brass knuckles? The coronavirus has shaken the world, but we are fighting back, with everyone looking forward to having restrictions lifted and resuming something like a normal life. We asked 50 viewers what the first thing is they would do in a corona-free world. Here are their answers. Number 5.
I want to hug my grandma.
Number 4.
Going to a ball game.
Number 3.
I'm gonna take a big old breath of fresh air.
Number 2.
I'm going to a concert.
And the number 1 thing to do in a corona-free world is...
I'm going to travel.
We need to talk. Nope, not that one. But have you ever just really needed to talk to somebody? Me too. So now we just need to book a flight to Spain and head towards the Arc de Triomphe. There we will find Franco Vincent, a 26-year-old Renaissance man from France. Instead of selling the normal little trinkets surrounding most tourist attractions, Franco offers enlightenment. With 2 folding chairs and a simple sign reading "Free Talks," he is open for business. Franco offers his empty chair to anyone who needs to get something off their chest. Over time, he's heard it all, from the straightforward "where's the best restaurant in town" to a Polish woman speaking about her time in a concentration camp. In short, Franco listens. And isn't that what we all need sometimes? Just an ear to listen? Speaking of conversations, check out this video Danielle, another GNG viewer, sent us. This little conversation helps move our world into positivity. It brings people together, and its energy still occupies NYC as we speak.
Hi, Devin. I have some good news for you today. This is Danielle Truscott, and I am not officially reporting, but reporting from the train station on the Metro North line in upstate New York, heading back into Grand Central New York. Everyone here, first piece of good news is being New York tough. Only reason I don't have my mask on right this minute is because I'm making the video and I'm on the train platform and no one's here. But small piece of good news is you can still find railroad engineer overalls to wear while you're riding the train if you want to, as I recently discovered. I don't do it all the time. But the second piece, and the real piece of good news, is I took the train, this train, Metro North, the day after all of that really awful, destructive mayhem took place on Capitol Hill. I got on the train, and a wonderful young woman who works on the train as a conductor, I'm going to leave her name out because I don't know whether she wants to be mentioned, who's really good at her job, and I started chatting. We chatted about a couple of inconsequential daily kinds of things, and then it became clear our politics were probably a little different, but we held a lot of beliefs in common, and we made friends and introduced ourselves, and we both agreed that moving forward, the best way to make good right now in our country is to listen to people. Listen, even if they don't agree with you about everything. even if they don't agree with you about anything. Just listen. Listen for good. That's my news for today. Thanks for listening to me.
Happy packing. I've always wondered if this had happened. Now I have confirmation. Buddha's Air Flight number 4505 took off at 2 p.m. and touched down at approximately 3:15 in Janakpur. Well, that's a rather boring story, you say. It would be, other than the fact that the plane landed 200 miles from its destination city. The passengers were a bit startled to see their city had been completely rearranged. Crazy, right? Not so much. With a little further research, I found out that a British Airways plane flew from London to Edinburgh, Scotland, instead of Dusseldorf, Germany. The difference is about 500 miles, and it's not even in the right country. Makes it a bit hard to pack when you're not knowing if you're going to be chasing whiskey shots or stuffing schnitzel down your face. Audience, let me remind you, I would love to hear your personal stories. Please send them to our media handles at the end of the show. Now let's check back in with Roland from last week and see how his foster dogs are doing.
I found a way of helping out by being a foster parent for animals like dogs. They have other animals available too at the county shelters, but dogs are like the easiest, at least for me to take care of. Chez, C-H-E-Z. That's his left leg. I've been getting it to work better. It needs more work, and he has a great appetite and he doesn't know he has a bum leg. Nope. Stay. Hold on. Oh. Feel. Oh, it's good to take him up and down the stairs. I live in a 2-story, so I do that with him too. All right. That's it for now.
Welcome to the jungle. Spain has really felt the heat of the coronavirus. An intense 3-month lockdown had everyone on edge, including the city's foliage. When the Grand Opera House of Barcelona reopened its doors, the city's plants were the first guests. Having won a special lottery from local nurseries, the flora filed into the auditorium and were seated 1 plant per seat. The evening's musical carte du jour included an Italian piece, Puccini's Cristianami, which was well received by the attending greenery. Although no humans were allowed inside the opera house, a live stream of the event was available for the aforementioned mammals. At the conclusion of the evening, the plants were donated to the first responders of the pandemic. I must say, I am curious whether this affair's artsy pursuit hit its mark. This is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching Good News Global. Now go do something nice for someone.